Hi guys, I hope you guys are having a magically delicious day. I hope you guys, just when you find this video, today was just one of them days that you were really told you was cute today. Something was a good day. Something made it a good day. And even if it was just nothing bad happened today was a good day. Okay? Let's start showing up in the gratitude. If the attitude, that's the attitude we're gonna be showing up in our new timeline. Yeah, I really came on this channel. To celebrate, to educate, and also just bask in the look how cute I am. Just bask in the beauty of this creation of God. Let me tell y'all something. But if you just never believed in yourself, try that shit today. Just try that shit today. If you never believed in yourself, try that shit today. Try that shit today. Try that shit today. So tell me why. I'm so excited. Tell me why. Your girl is a CEO now. Girl, when I tell you, believe in yourself. Bet on yourself. Love on yourself. Just know God got you. I started off at the beginning of the year. Just some sad mess. A sad hot mess. Trying to get her life together. Trying to figure out what the fuck happened. When I tell you God is so fucking, I'm so sorry. God is good. But I have to add the F word to just add the emphasis on how good God can be. Like, it's not that fucking hard. I'm sorry. It's not that hard. It's all about attitude. It's all about perception. It's all about just switching your mind into just what if it work out for me? What if what I want is just on the other side, and maybe I just need to think a little bit different. Maybe what God has me is not on this side. Maybe if I just see this thing through, and if I don't see it even in my vision, just let me see it in your vision, Lord. Keep me going. When I tell you, God will open doors for you. Because sometimes God is saying, baby, this is not meant for you. I have so much. I need you to focus. Because this is for you. Not this. You was not over there for that. You wasn't over there for the drama. You was over there to get a skill. And you can't tell me I can't outsay every one of them. Everywhere I was at, I was not there for that. I was not there to compete with nobody. I was not there to be the next. This is not America's Next Top Best Friend. I'm not trying to be America's Next Top Model here. It was not my place to bloom here. God said, we're going to get you up out of here. When I tell you God is so good, if I can just reflect on my story, if you just going to be here to reflect on my story real quick. I'm not going to even be messy when I tell you this story, but God would take opportunities, right? And it's not necessarily the opportunities that we envision the opportunity to be, right? He will give you an opportunity because that's what you want. You go through it and it's all hell break loose. And sometimes God is giving you the opportunity to say, see, this is why I didn't want you to do this. But sometimes God be like, no, do this. But just know that where you're thinking you're supposed to go, that's not the path. When I tell you how God is good, I'm going to tell y'all again. Almost a year ago, I put out my first video talking about I was evicted. I went through a whole bunch of bullshit. I was grieving, opportunities. And even since then, I was still being tested. Even when I started this channel, I was still being tested. Am I monetized right now? At the moment, no. So that's not where I'm trying to go with that. But I lost a lot of shit. And I went through a lot of shit because I was supposed to. I went to school to do my master's. That didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. And necessarily, it probably didn't pan out to the people who was involved. It didn't pan out for none of us. But it definitely didn't pan out for me. People will drop you and keep moving on, and like they don't care about you. So I was just, I've been in this field trying to make this my big break or whatever. I don't know. And all I was going through it. I couldn't memorize no lines, even though I would work so hard on shit and shit wouldn't pan out. Then people saying, oh, she ain't doing her work. She ain't doing, she ain't prepared. She's not this, she's not that. But I'm going to just say this. A lot of people will put stuff on you that you're not. Because during that entire time, I was being called a different voice part than what I am. That's not my voice part. I know my voice. I've been with my voice for 28 years. I know what my voice can do. You don't. Over the past couple of weeks, I have been realizing God really put me in these situations to make me realize that's not where you're going. You don't need other people's approval, validation of you to get anywhere. This is not why I put you here. So I went to my master's. I'm thinking, I didn't get my master's. I didn't graduate. But everybody who was supposed to graduate with me graduated. I didn't graduate because I left school because I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not even getting paid. I'm not going through this hell. I'm not going through this. I'm not. You want to say whatever you want to say about me? Fuck it. It is what it is. In the meantime, but I'm gonna just tell you this. I was facing a lot of bullying from a lot of people who call themselves authority figures. I was faced with a lot of bullying with people who have a title to their name and a role under their belt. And the only thing that I'm just looking at them as, like, I don't care who you have unless you can show me why you got it. I'm one of them people. Straight up. I don't care what you got until you can tell me why you got it. Because a lot of people can run over here and tell you they doing this, they got that, but they can't lead you to the promised land. They can tell you, they can teach you stuff, but they're not going to teach you nothing. That's where a lot of people will fall into exploitation because they're not critical enough. They're not being critical enough. People don't like when people are being critical. We don't like it. We're humans. Not saying I was going and criticizing, but that when I started seeing some bullshit, I had to call that shit out. Like, that don't make no sense. What are you doing? You taking these people money? But when I tell you God has woken me up inside and he said, you don't need these people to get anywhere. Look where they are. They're not even happy where they are. Do you think they can get you anywhere you want to go? These people are not happy. These people are not where they're supposed to be. You were supposed to go to school so you can end up here. I went to my master's and now I'm about to get I'm about to become a CMP. I'm about to be a therapeutic musician. Huh? What is that? I went to school to get a master's, but I can't get my master's, so I'm about to go get my certificate in something else. But this something else is a lot greater than just walking around with a master's, especially if I don't have it in me to be a professor. Because people walk around here with masters and unpaid debt and still ain't made it to the main stage. You think I'm about to be... no, man. Let's talk about it. But I'm not here for that. But I want to just let y'all know. Be who the fuck you need to be for you. It's time to rise on up. And not in a way of, I gotta fight for the little crumbs that they willing to give us. You need to be ready to find your place in your own little world and figure it out. And I'm saying this because I can't really give y'all the necessary things I want to do with my business yet, but just to receive that piece of paper in the mail and say, oh, this, if I really take this seriously, this is where God wanted me. This is what God wanted me to do. Because I've just felt, once I was able to see that that it's established, I was like, oh yeah. Then a flow of just untapped information just came into me. I want to say, set yourself free by believing in yourself, but also be logical, be strategic, and also be dedicated. And ask yourself, what is it that I truly want out of my life? Because now is the time to start somewhere. And the easiest way you can start somewhere, for me, in my experience of just living life, is start being grateful for where you are. You know what I'm saying? I could sit here and talk about how I lost my apartment all day, but I know for a fact that God is going to give me a house. I'm just letting him have it. Because I said, God, I already told you what I wanted. I'm done. And God said, okay, well, you want a house? This is what we're finna do. Because we're working towards something. And God said, I sent you there to gain skills, knowledge, and to redirect you into a different plan, because what you're looking for is not going to be on this. It's not going to be here. So, and not saying just stay reading music be the only thing I'll be doing, but it's like I'll open a whole nother window of opportunities for myself. And it's actually doing something that I really just think is needed in the world for more musicians to be thinking about putting purpose back behind their music. I didn't want to become a famous singer or artist if there was no purpose. Everything is so simple to get. You can be famous. Fame is easy to attain, especially these days. Fame is easy to attain, especially in these days. You can buy all this stuff, and people will approach you to tell you, oh, you're so talented, you can get all of this stuff, you can be famous, you can be rich because of your talent. And then 10 years later down the road, you all used up and dried out because that 1 year you was approached and you got your one song on the, you know what I'm saying? So it's time now, especially if you are an artist, to definitely start betting on yourself, believing in yourself, and start putting purpose behind what you're doing. You know what's going to accelerate you faster on your path to whatever you're doing is when you find your purpose behind it. Does it even align with the purpose that I have for myself? If you don't know what that means, you need to find it. Because people are out here. People are out here. Let me be honest. People are out here. People are out here doing whatever the hell they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it, to the point that people can be leaders of our society and do whatever they want. It's time for you to figure out how to get whatever you want to do, whatever you want. You should not be sitting on the same planet as a dumbass who can make it into office. Sorry, I'm going to just say what I'm going to say. When you can literally just feel like, you know what, even if I feel like this, let me just take a step out on faith. Let me just see what this shit feel like. You know, I want to teach people how to be independent, and believe in themselves a little bit more. And that's kind of like the basis of what I want my company to be about, but I'm not ready to do a launch yet. I just wanted to come on and just literally just tell y'all, just inspire y'all today. Like, I feel different. Like, I feel like I'm not like over emotional. It's just my mind just turned on to another game. Like, okay, this is my job now. Like, I'm a CEO of a small business that is backed with purpose. It might not be backed by money yet, but it will be. Okay? You know, I wouldn't be instructed to do it if that wasn't the case. So, you know, I'm working on things, and God really was showing me, this is why I'm trying to show you you don't need people, because I have so much stuff for you to do that most of the time you're gonna have to be alone. Sometimes you're gonna have to, you can't be in everybody's face because you don't get no work done. So I'm gonna put you apart right now. I'm gonna set you apart so you can hear me, so you can be close to me, so I can let you know what I need you to do, because where you're trying to go, that's not for you. Most of them people that singing in that chorus who wanted to say shit about me will be in that chorus by the next time I see them. Still asking people, begging people for money. Because the organization in itself, and I don't care, yes, I'm going to spill their tea, your tea, all of the tea, since y'all want to make me the tea. Thank you, you're very much. You're very welcome. Even the organization in itself don't even put money towards enough for these people. Y'all are not going anywhere anytime fast. But peace, love, light to you. I would say this. I had friends that had to leave on the side of the road to get here. I had to realize I had to not overexert myself. I had to realize, why did I overexert myself for certain people? Or for people at all? Because I didn't feel that I could do it alone. I didn't feel like I could do it by myself. I didn't feel, but I know I can. I know I can. But I guess I was afraid to do it myself, to do it by myself. I guess I was afraid to not be in a space, in a place to be, you know, I didn't believe that I could make things actually be, like, I didn't think I could give tangible results or deliverables. So I wanted to show myself, do that through people, but I realized I've always done things by myself. That's how I will pop off. I do it myself. I find my fun, my passion in it. I start working with other people, and that's how it worked for me in the past. It wasn't me having to jump in everybody's face. I had a friend that feel like he had to do that, and I feel like if that's the road he needs to run in order to get where he need to get, that's his road. I realized we were at a crossroads, and I was not about to follow my rabbit ass behind him. I was going to take this road, because even if it's harder, even if it takes longer, even if I don't pop off immediately, at least by the time I do pop off, I would have tangible things going on. You know, I'm able to build something. So I'm not just popping around in people's faces saying, yeah, because you will find a lot of that shit here in Atlanta. A lot of people will just run up in people's face. And people will either get it, you know, and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. People are like, oh yeah, really? And they will exploit you. They will take you for granted because you want to be put on so bad that they don't even feel like they have to pay you. I've been on many gigs where people just didn't feel like I needed to be paid. But they wanted my time. They wanted my voice. They wanted me to be there. They wanted me to show up perfect, but I couldn't even get a paycheck in my hand. So I'm telling you, as a creative, start putting purpose behind your art. Start putting purpose behind your craft. And even if you're not a singer, musician, or, you know, visual artist or something in that field, even if you just work on your job and you like taking calls and taking people's money, put a purpose behind that. Put a purpose behind your day, and you will start seeing that whatever you are trying to walk into, the things that align will stick with you. You don't have, like, we're always talking about being our higher selves and being at a different timeline, but your difference is literally starts with your self-belief system and who you are. And also, and then once you start in your belief system and you start working on who you are, you will start thinking about what will you accept and what will you not accept. What will you take on and what you're not going to take on? What needs to be on your plate and what you can kind of take off and scrape off your plate and throw it in the trash. And then you can stay on your shit. It's of some people's journeys to be well liked around people because that's just how they're going to make it in life. People have to be attracted to them. People are going to have to like them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's your story. Find what your stories are fucking about. Mine is really not to be liked by people. So if I come on this app and you don't like the way I look, you don't like the way I speak, you don't like the way I do something, you don't like the way I dress, I don't care. Because this is not for you, obviously. If you don't like how long I talk and yap, this is not your video. But I am going to walk into the season, I thank God now I can say this, and I don't have no followers right now. When God is trying to put me into a place of stability, and it's not just, oh, I'm going to have some money, I'm going to have a house. He wants my mind to be so stable that with him, I can make it through anything. Through him, with him, I can make it through anything. And so I'm just telling y'all to get on board. Get aboard. Just get on board with yourself. You know, even if you are a little bit anxious and a little bit nervous and weary about taking on something such as spirituality, just work on yourself. Like, really, it's that time. Y'all gotta stop blaming the system and the structure if you're not gonna be a part of the change that you want to see, baby. I'm upset too. I'm angry as fuck because I worked hard, my dear, to get my apartment, to try to strive and work in the day and then still try to have a little bit of a professional singer career at night. That was not my goal, to be divided. It wasn't my goal to be liked by these certain people who are in the same spaces, in the same places, and they're going to be there until they decided, well, I think I done made my way. I'm about 80 years old. I'm done. They're going to be 80 years old in the choir. And it's okay. Because they're fulfilling out their legacy and their destiny. So I can't be picking on them because they're doing their job. It's just not my job no more. It's not my job to sing backup and whoop-de-doop for people. I will sing backup for my friends, of course. But when it comes to being in people's face and jumping around and trying to be liked to get a check, I'm on a different timeline now. I'm like, baby, I'm going to collect my own checks. I'm going to make my own checks. If you don't like me, oh well, I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm a really likable person. I'm really sweet, funny, cute. But yeah, we're done trying to meddle in that. I'm done. I told y'all I was letting that shit go this year. And I officially have as a CEO of my own shit. Hello? And I want y'all to be aboard. I want y'all to come aboard. I want y'all to learn from this. Learn from your tower moments, your downfalls. Like, learn from that shit. Keep it moving. Stop dwelling in that shit. If you want it to change, you better be ready to change that. I know I have a lot of work to do. So it's not a day of happiness and I know I'm free and yay and I'm my own business person. I can do whatever I want. This means I will be working 24/8, 25/8 overtime to just get stuff rolling. But I'm okay with that because it's mine. You see what I'm saying? And what I get out of it will definitely be what I 100% put in it. It will show up in what I manifested in. And your manifestations come from just one, gratitude, and also putting the work in. You may not be able to pop up tomorrow and you may not have a lot of money in your account. That's not your job to figure out that. Your job is to figure out, what is my job in order to get that money. You supposed to connect with source for that. Okay? Connect with source for that. And he will give you the steps. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that we will be celebrating this win by putting in the work, the time, the effort. That means now I'm really my own professional singer. I'm my own artist. I'm an indie artist. This year, my deliverables, I will be getting an EP done. I won't say, within the year of starting now to next year. Because I will be like, by January, I have something. And if I have something by January, cool the fuck out. But within a year, I want to have released my own music. And I'm still thinking about some other things I'm doing. But definitely, and I want to leave everything else up to God, because I have more goals. But I just feel like starting there, saying that I'm my own artist, and just my own person, and my own creative. And I think I'm setting myself up for a good time. And so, I want to get back into just my routine, singing routine. Y'all been seeing me for the past couple of videos. Just singing, practicing, getting stuff under my belt. And I have so much to do. So I will be taking y'all on that route of just what I've planned for the first year. And of course, we're friends now. If you're already subscribed to the channel, shout out to y'all. I got 15 subscribers right now. Like, I was really thinking it's going to take me some time to even get my first subscriber. So shout out to all 15 of y'all who really just want to come on the channel, want to see what this cute chocolate girl is talking about. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. It's been a 30-minute video, but I don't care. I done yapped, and now I'm at peace because I done made this video. We will be having more chit chats about this anyway, because I do want to put y'all on as I'm putting myself on. I'm not trying to leave y'all out. I don't want y'all to be watching me from a screen. I want to see y'all in person doing the same shit I'm doing. So y'all with the team or not? Get with the team. You might as well subscribe and like at the same time. I love you. And I'll be back. Love you, Bill. Mwah. Mwah.